Tribe, welcome back. It's I, again, Mr. Hall, spiritual healer, leader, author, founder, mentor, ethical adult, taboo, kink, and more educator. Uh, Either way, point is, reality is still catching up to define specifically what we are, right? As I am because we are. And I'm here with a spiritual message for you and possibly to give you some confirmations and elucidate on things going on that you may want some clarification on. Okay, and as soon as I begin the video, I begin to channel. So, some things that came up. I'm picking up strong discernment in what and how you are defining yourself. What you would define as the self. Okay? In relation to the external. Okay, the energy feels a lot more grounded today. Yesterday, it was very interconnected. It seems that you're centering yourself around one focal point. Okay? Picking up on a lot of sacred energy. Okay? Something about themes, parties, possibly getting back into a new integration with society. All right, or individuals, your community, okay? All right, the energy feels a lot more grounded today. So I was guided. So it seems that your higher self has fully integrated in some way, looking at the higher self oracle deck. All right, so some major integration took place and you are now streamlining this balance. You're streamlining this balance of consciousness. Okay, this is the best way for me to put it. I'm going to use the Hermetic Tarot deck. So something significant about the Hermetic sciences. Okay, some of you may be a fire sign. Okay, that is also another confirmation. This one's going to be a quick reading. Let us see. Okay, so in the recent past, you saved yourself from some type of false love offer, some type of emotional loss. You saved yourself and you moved forward from a false start, okay? You moved forward from a false start. Clarifying that card, we have the Death card. Yeah, so you put an ending and possibly went through some type of rebirth in the very recent past, all right? Yeah, a powerful rebirth. You stepped into your masculine energy with the Ace of Wands here. Okay, we have the Lord of the Root of Power of Fire. These keywords may be very significant for your subconscious, but you put some type of death to some type of action that you're planning to take. Yeah, you finalized something in the recent past. Okay, you finalized something spiritually. You finalized some type of spiritual movement. All right, depending on where you fall on the timeline of your spiritual awakening or conscious awareness of spirituality, it would vary. Yeah, Three of Pentacles reversed. There may have been some type of offer in the recent past as it relates to some type of teamwork or collaboration around finances and or stability. What's grounding you, keeping you within this 3D realm, within the realm of practicality, okay, and physicality. I'm also picking up... I'm also picking up the energy of how would I translate this? I'm picking up the energy of possibly some type of financial investment that you were being pitched was not a good idea. You decided not to take action on this collaboration, possibly with a Capricorn energy, a Cancer energy, a Virgo or Scorpio energy, and as well as I said, I mentioned fire signs were coming up. All right. So a lot about the astrological placements, right? I'm also picking up major things that did come up earlier as well. The energy feels as though it's in a knot. Something is binded, right? Some contract is sealed and completed, but you averted a catastrophe, I would say, some type of energy. All right, the child of great transformers. So you took something and transformed it, something that was supposed to be written in stone, essentially. That was a participation, possibly among three people or three individuals, three entities, three entryways, three portals, right? I'm picking up you've solidified some type of pillars, some type of access into this. So you've solidified some type of access into finances, some type of access into action. Okay. So depending on where you are on the timeline, you've either done a transformation, gone through a spiritual transformation, and or you averted a catastrophe. These are the energies that I'm picking up. You've gone through some type of metamorphosis, possibly adding new language, new terms, new understandings, new levels of consciousness. Because what I see here from the death card, and death is just transformation, it's not feeling any negative or heavy energy here, but you've gone through some type of, you've beheaded a beast. Let's put it that way. You've beheaded some type of beast, either your shadow or you've tamed your shadow. And this is allowing you to move forward in a healthy way, right? With the Ace of Wands here. And these Three of Pentacles are really giving me these cyclical natures, okay? The imagery that's coming to mind is each one of these pentacles is representing some type of vortex or some type of frequency. I'm picking up quantum leaping. If you're unfamiliar with it, look it up. But some type of frequency where you were able to move and shift your energy. And it seems that something was attempting to block these pathways and portals, but you've created a, let's say, a trifecta. You've done something perfectly with this Ace of Wands. You have the correct action, you're taking the correct truth. All right, so that may be very significant in the recent past, but I'm picking up heavy practical energy, very heavy practical energy, as we have known it in the linear engineered reality of society, okay? I'm picking up heavy linear action. So another thing that's coming through is that your higher self may have alerted you to plant some type of seed, okay? Plant some type of seed to move forward with the instructions that you've been given or the blueprint that you have. Okay? So moving forward with your blueprint. Yeah. The Five of Cups and the Hierophant. All right, making some type of sacrifice for you to step into this Magus of eternal gods. So multiple layers and multiple ways to see this, but it looks like you releasing some type of emotion or some type of attachment to a darker energy that wasn't helpful to you. And with the Scorpio energy again, so that's double Scorpio. So someone may have strong Scorpio placements or going through the patterns and the cyclical natures of the Scorpio sign, death and rebirth, right? And getting out of that cycle. Yeah, stepping into your masculine energy. Taking the unbeaten path, okay? Really creating your own way, your own pathway. And that was coming up a lot in the readings down below if you look into it again. So you definitely took some energy back. It seems that you took your power back. This is heavy. So taking your power back, readjusting your stability practically through your higher self, giving you the seeds to plant, and you took action on that. And it seems that you've gone through some type of rebirth and averted some type of projection of death magic and or you've averted some type of crises around emotional death, around financial death. You've averted some type of crisis, Okay, so some heavy, dense energy. And whatever was being summoned to keep you in this space has been separated because now you're in this Hierophant energy. Okay? The Hierophant. Magus of the eternal gods. Okay? So you've stepped into your Hierophant energy. And the fact that I keep repeating the Hierophant energy, there's something about it being so solidified into your subconscious that it's unbreakable, right? You've created some type of bond energetically. Excuse me, yeah. You've released something and gained much more, okay? You'll know what that is. It definitely feels something emotional, possibly some type of perspective. The Four of Swords, Lord of Rest from strife. Yeah, you let go of some type of strife that was being projected to you. Something that was attempting to block you in multiple areas of your life and multiple energies attempting to block you within this dimension. And if what I'm seeing in the cards right now is it looks like you're this flower and there were attempts to keep you in strife. And instead of that happening, you've integrated these energies and now have multi layers of protection around you, energetically, consciously, emotionally. All the different aspects of human nature are protecting you and working with you as you've stepped into this alchemical process of being the Hierophant. Okay? So, in other terms, the High Priestess, gender irrelevant. Really switching the way that you see something, that you understand something, and it's being so solid. Your growth is so solidified right now. That's what I'm hearing. Your growth is so solidified, right? You've gotten out of this strife. You've stepped into rest, but even your resting period is you taking action. Even your resting is you taking action. Yeah, this Princess of Pentacles energy, Princess of the Echoing Hills. Okay, so you've stepped into this Princess of Pentacles energy, all right, with this fire underneath you, but you controlling this fire, you controlling and maintaining that masculine energy and that feminine energy, right? I'm picking up Adele with setting fire to the rain. Okay, something significant about that as well. So really a big transformation and transmutation process. All right, really bringing the light back to your life, back to your reality, back to your consciousness. Okay, something about the Hebrew languages may be significant. You may have some ancestry there. Remember, this is a global reading, so it may not resonate with you. Specific parts of the reading, leave what is for you and leave what is not. And in reference to that statement, you've definitely picked up the capacity to, I'm picking up a shape-shifting energy, right? Being the Chariot, being the Ace of Wands, being the High Priestess, being the Hierophant, being the Princess of Pentacles, okay? Being death, being death, being death. You being an initiation into different levels and states of consciousness and awareness. This is what I'm picking up, right? You having some master key, you being the wand that activates the movement of finances. You being the wand that activates the movement of finances, right? Yeah. Determining where the loss of pleasure will come from, okay? Determining where this devil energy will place itself. Whoa. All right. Possibly speaking to some of my master healers. This reading feels very different because the energy shifted from very practical to you are defining what practicality is. Yeah. Something significant about these mudras, okay? You defining what practicality is. You making the energy. You creating energy. Wow. You creating this energy. You creating transformation. You knowing that you are the Hierophant. You knowing you are our alchemical master. It's what I'm picking up, the way that this is coming through to me. Oh, this energy is different today. Wow. Yeah, Queen of Wands. Yeah, so this Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles energy, really being grounded in the fire, okay? And something that has been coming up is stepping through the flames, really being grounded in the fire, really being able to transmute, articulate, define, okay? Really being able to define now. Define yourself, define externally to you, but it's happening simultaneously. So you defining yourself is reflecting back to you what you want to see happening. That's the best way I can put it. Not only want to see, but what is actually happening. So an illusion broken through some type of projection, that projection of being in strife. You being able to break through that projection has now placed you in a position of power, okay? Of a very fiery, a very grounded, a very fire. So fire and earth energy, okay? So let's think volcanoes, right? You erupting volcanoes, you erupting death. You erupting death, okay? You erupting transformation within people, within yourself, within society, within the world. Global, macro, micro, many scales of this. And the Queen of Cups. Yeah, you've maintained some mastery over your emotions, right? Queen of the Thrones of Waters. You have, and if we look at water from an alchemical standpoint, right? Oh, okay, I'm picking up water bending. I'm picking up blood bending. I'm picking up energies and frequencies that have previously been forbidden. You've gained access to. You've gained access to what is quote unquote forbidden. And we're looking, the perception has been forbidden because it has not existed. So you're adding to perception new language, new meaning, new life, new transformation. Okay? Yeah, Wheel of Fortune reverse for a Princess of Wands, a Princess of Wands energy. Oh, stepping into the Ten of Pentacles. So it looks like there may have been some spiritual warfare, energetic warfare, mental strife, just heavy, dense energies being projected onto you to keep you confirmation, to keep you in this place, right? To keep you in place, to keep you in a specific structure, to keep you in a specific way of being, way of thinking, way of existing, specific dimension, right? And it looks like you have broken away from that. You have now stepped into the Queen energy, right? And acquired all of the other layers of queenhood, right? Irreverent of gender. But you've stepped into such power that you are becoming the transformation, the death of anything that has attempted to bring you into some space of lack, okay? Too much spoiled for choice, right? You know your choice, you know your path. You have birthed your path. This is why you know your path. You have birthed your path. Capricorn energy significant, Scorpio energy very significant, right? So these cardinal signs and fixed signs. So something is fixed in the direction that it is now going. Yeah, Lord of Wealth, which is the direction that you are embodying, that you have attained the space and understanding, right? With this Mercury here, okay? You're purifying communication. You're purifying the way communication and information is being transferred. And this Princess of Wands again, when I split the deck. So it seems that there was an attempt to have you in this Princess of Wands energy reverse, this begging energy, this pleading energy, this submissive energy, this space of illusionary success with the Seven of Cups. Illusionary success. Having you in this place of illusionary success, but you've overcome that with the Ten of Pentacles at the top of the deck, right? You've overcome this energy and this frequency in balance, temperance, right? Again with the Scorpio, triple Scorpio, right? So on all layers, you have transformed, you have transcended, and you have reached the opus magnum, right? In specific terms. So I'm picking up a lot of Hermetics. This energy feels so very logical, so very practical, so very balanced, okay? Because I'm still picking up the energy and the fluidity of the channeling, but I'm also picking up and sensing so heavily this practical impact that you have now had, that you are now creating, that you are now existing among and within. I'm really seeing, in my mind's eye, you are energy, you are the channel, and you being able to shift through dimensions as a channel, okay? And wherever your frequency goes, energy is following. This is where the energy is flowing. You are flowing. It's such a graceful energy with this temperance here. You are flowing so between realms in balance, not in this reversed, chaotic, illusionary success and false throning, false crowning. It seems that you have stepped into, you are creating new dimensions of understanding and consciousness spreading and reaching new places that have not existed to bring in this Ten of Pentacles. Whoa. This is a very, I say, whoa. Someone may respond that way, whoa, bro. I'm picking up Gen Z, Gen Alpha, something about the generations. So you've changed something for generations. No matter what action you took, you're going to definitively know that you've taken this action. You can feel it in your soul. This will be a soul resonance, a truth resonance. This is not for everyone. This reading is not going to be for everyone. Yeah, Lord of Material Success. You've alchemized so much energy. That new energy is being brought forth into reality due to you. Due to you, due to your existence, due to you being able to step into this, to activate this. It's almost, I'm picking up, you've completed a soul mission, one of them. Look, Ace, Three of Swords, the Lord of Sorrow. You've completed the mission of understanding sorrow. You've learned what sorrow is. You have brought balance intellectually, emotionally. You have brought balance to energies that have been out of balance and chaotic throughout the world. I'm picking up a heavy emphasis on global scale, globally, globally. You could even have energies and frequencies around you that know your name, know what you are, and you have yet to truly discover and be able to articulate it. But I'm really not, so depending on where you are on the timeline, either this is in the process of happening, this has happened as we're looking at time in the past, present, future tenses as all collectively happening at once, right? So this is a calling. You fulfilled a calling of destroying some type of sorrow, right? Instead of you being stuck in this Three of Swords energy, you have three swords, not just one sword of truth. You have three now to cut through and bring divine justice, okay? I'm picking up a divine justice bringer, the Vase of truth, the vase of truth. So something may be very significant about a vase, okay? The Vase of truth, the action of truth, the liberation of truth, the success, okay? The true success, the true throne of flames, the true echoing hills, the true ethereal gods. This energy feels extraterrestrial. This energy feels extraterrestrial because these cards might not even be able to hold the power of this statement. This is, wow, yeah, you brought love. I'm picking up you've gone through sorrow so deep, so painful, so rooted, so attached, so generationally diabolical that you have now accessed unconditional love for yourself, unconditional love for the experience of life and being present during this timeline. Yeah, the star reversed. Okay, what I'm picking up from this star reversed energy is that you have unlocked you're creating a dimension. The star isn't even the star energy is the liberator. The star energy is supposed to shine. It's supposed to be leading ways, right? You're not leading ways. You're not only leading ways. You are literally creating an entire new board. Because if you look in the background, it seems that you've been granted some type of key. Again, you being this key to unlock these different logics, these different understandings of logic, to just understand theories. It's such a heavy, dense energy. So you're in your true north. You're balanced between your true north, which is this sun symbolism here, okay? If you know the Hermetic symbolism or alchemical symbolism for the sun, and then the moon. You've balanced these energies, and what we have understood previously to be any of these, you are redefining what star means. Radon. Let me look into this right. Radon is a very significant word. Let's see. You're redistarning. Redistarning? Let's check it out. Let's see if that's even a word. Redistarning. How am I translating this? Okay, bear with me. Let's check it out. Wow. So restarring. I'm picking up. So this may be even from a past life. You were some type of star in a past life, or this was your contract during this lifetime to experience in this human flesh, okay? And it looks like that was attempted to be stolen from you, and it was successfully stolen from you, and you have overstayed your energy in a place that you were not supposed to be. And now that you've overstayed that place and awakened to knowing that, you are redefining everything. That is everything, could be everything, that will be everything. You've been granted some keys. I mean, this is keys as possibly the Fort Florida keys, okay, can be significant. Okay, so restart. Okay, something about a restraining order. So you've lifted a restraining order and it's been placed where it belongs. So that can be in a literal sense, practical restraining order as far as legal, law, government, but some restraining order over consciousness, some restraining order over the world, okay? And this can be in your own world and this can be on a macro scale. But I'm heavily picking up macro grandiose masculine energy. So some type of bondage that was placed upon defined feminine energy is being released and redefined. I'm picking up Armageddon. Okay, and I believe this is a film. We don't connect with films, but this may have been a film, but an Armageddon. You are summoning an Armageddon. You are the Armageddon. You are the Armageddon. You have summoned some type of Armageddon. You're whatever you have called out to, whatever you have manifested, whatever you have requested to manifest. I can't even type. I mean, it's just, oh yeah, whoa. This is powerful energy. Okay, if you know, you know. Okay, the opposite of empirical science, right? Okay. You have become a translator. I'm picking up that you have become a dimensional translator. Okay? Really being in this star energy. Really redefining what star means. Really redefining these life paths. I'm picking up you have the capacity to ignite, okay? Transform life paths. Yeah, justice. Because justice was out of balance. Justice was out of balance. Do you see this? Justice was out of balance previously. Yeah, a tower. Justice is out of balance. A tower. You've brought a tower to out of balance justice. Justice in reverse. The perversion of justice. And not in a healthy, perverse way. We celebrate all kinks. Everybody's included. We don't yuck anyone's yum. But and balance and letting the energy flow, right? Lord of harmonious change. I mean, you've grabbed the Ouroboros, okay? Do you see this hand grabbing the snake? Okay, this cyclical pattern, this soul pattern. You've changed, you've shifted the shape. I picked up on this shape shifting energy, but not even only physically, the shape shifting of consciousness. Collectively, this is an alchemical process. This is a new way of being. This is and possibly not so much new, but remembered, because I did pick up that past life energy. And you see here how the tower is striking the left and the right, the divine masculines and divine feminine energies with this black and white, this duality, striking the perception of duality, striking the separation. Do you see this? With the yin and yang symbol being separated, both having their positives and negatives within each other, but being separated. Do you see this happening and how the tower is connecting, right? I'm picking up the freedom, the land of the free within Western America, the Statue of Liberty. But this as above, so below nature of things being separated through this masculine perspective and the light being shed. And Armageddon. Man, confirmation with that. Yeah, you've shed this light on this perception of non-duality, this perception of duality. Yeah, an Emperor reverse. 10 of Swords, Lord of Ruin. Something is being ruined. This is what was wanted for you. You've survived this and alchemized it, transmuted it, whatever ritual, whatever practices, whatever way of thinking, processing that can apply to human nature, you've added to it because of you surviving this, you thriving through this. I'll be the messenger in this instance. If you know, you know. So, King of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, Three of Wands reverse. The established strengths are, yeah. And again, Lord of Rest from Strife. You will no longer be in strife, be in this confusion. It's so some heavy energies, some dense and heavy energies are being catastrophized. And not in a dramatic way, but catastrophe is happening. If you are unsure, this is your confirmation. If you were wondering that you were getting justice, if you were wondering, the card, so I'll circle back. I pulled the Psychic Tarot deck, okay? And the cards that have populated are the fulfillment of wishes. You are the wish fulfiller. Your wish has been fulfilled. You are the wish, okay? You have become the wish. And with this, the light, as soon as I split the deck, the light and wish fulfillment. Numbers 19 may be very significant, okay? Breaking down into a 10 as well. So infinite new beginnings, an infinitely new beginning, a new way of being, And yeah, partnerships that were out of balance are being destroyed. Partnerships coming up in reverse. Partnerships and alliances being in reverse. You've removed this. Yeah, suffering in silence complete. No more suffering in silence. You've integrated your shadow, you've integrated your light, and now you're about to set your people free. Your tribe, your perspective, your being, your ancestral, your every layer that we can use language. You are setting it free. I'm picking up speaking in tongues. Alakashum. Alakashum. Let me go ahead and translate this. Alakashum. Man. Okay. Okay. So, in these silences and in this gap of silence, this is where you're able to process the energy, because these may be so subconscious activations through different energy bodies of yourself. Spirit receives wholeness. Spirit is receiving complete wholeness from you, within you, through you. You are it, it is you simultaneously. I am because we are. Very significant that I stated that in this video. If you've been watching my previous videos recently, you'll notice that that hasn't come up in that way. So highly significant. Yeah, the end, it's at the bottom of the deck, right? So this bottom of the deck is you've undergone this process of every layer of tarot, every layer of this practice, this methodology, wish fulfillment. You are possibly a true master healer. If you do not feel that 9-9, this is a double confirmation of completion. Listen. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to show you those cards. Look. And you're being guided. You stood your ground. You have either stood your ground or you're being guided to stand your ground. Continue standing your ground. And this waiting game, right? So you changing the waiting game, being outside of time. Do you see how these rings are encompassing this hourglass? Okay, this death and rebirth, as above, so below. Again, and similarly to the squeezing of perception, the squeezing and rearranging of perception divinely through pillars of divinity being held. Balance, the number 2. Okay? It is your time in the very near future of recognition and reward. You've been crowned, you've been anointed, whichever way you'd like to put this in perspective. Whatever you're practicing, omnism, animism, crowned. And even the deck is crowned. You've been crowned. Let me do another shuffle. Your crown chakra is opening, your crown chakra is active. Victory and success as I split the deck again. Your understanding. The universe is a direct... You've uncongested, you've cleared yourself, all of your chakras have been cleared. The universe is in direct communication with you. The universe, and you are noticing this. This is something that's undeniable. This reading may not be for everyone. This is something, yeah. This transformation that you have gone through is... I'm picking up world changing, reality shifting, okay? My goodness. Yeah, emotional withdrawal, reverse. Okay, let's... discontent and boredom, reverse. Yeah. And moving from the 3 to the 4, right? Moving from this energy of shying away from this recognition and reward that you deserve, right? Some energy attempting to keep you in that. I really want you to see these. There you go. Okay, so we have here discontentment and boredom. Separating yourself from this energy because you found out some truths You found out some keys, and you were possibly being guided, manipulated, right? Projected onto, to turn away from this kingdom, to turn away from this divinity. But no, what I'm seeing is you are indeed stepping into your light. You are indeed stepping into your anointing, your recognition and reward. You are indeed undeniable, unexplainable. Stand your ground during this waiting game. You're being guided with victory and success assured. Confirmation. Listen. That's the message. That's the message. That's the message. I'm finalizing it there. That's the message. Yeah. You're standing your ground in this during this waiting game, this perception of waiting game outside of time. Whatever you are doing, keep going. Whatever you are creating, whatever thought process you are on, continue. You will know if you're on the right side of this experience. The angels have answered you. The divine has answered you. Your daemons, confirmation. Confirmation. You may be guided into a new developmental technology as well. I'm picking this up. Oh my goodness, this is such a strong energy. Okay, keeping it short, tribe, because we have many works to do. Now, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, right? Click the link above in the bio for all of my products and services. Also, check out the shorts on YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, go visit the link. Check out the videos. They're direct spiritual messages meant to activate your subconscious and also give you confirmations and possibly messages of what's going on in the collective energy and maybe something for you specifically to pick up. This reading though, watch this reading. Okay, and remember to check out my ebook, The Perception Project, working through some of these experiences of what is being collectively understood throughout the consciousness during the year 2025. Okay, tribe? Wow. Peace. Peace. This is what it feels. Peace. Okay? I'll be talking to you again soon. See you next time.